phrase that very well, but we're gonna ignore it. So, today, it is a very beautiful day out, and I have a lot of lovely natural light, and I have about an hour before I need to do anything. So, I am going to do another round of coloring with you, with all of you, with all of you, with all of you. Of course, because this is me, it's going to be rambling as well. I'm just going to move the camera a bit. Of course, it's me. So we're going to be doing a little bit of rambling as I am coloring, but I'm just going to move the microphone a bit closer. Move the microphone a bit closer. I didn't do good with my setup, apparently. Actually, no, yeah, this is how it's going to be. So, anyway, like I said, I think I'm going to be doing like a little bit of rambling, a little bit of coloring in the same Kurzgesagt coloring book. And this one has a lot of good pages for like doing multiple rounds so that I don't have to do like an entire page, which would take me like 2 hours because I take a long time to do these things. So instead of doing a bunch of people this time, I'm going to do a bunch of planets, and this one should go a bit quicker, I'm hoping. And the other thing is I've got my pencil crayons out. My pencil crayons. This is not the only set that I have. Look, I have a set left over from like school of like what's got to be probably about 300 pencil crayons. But the reason why I'm using these is because I like the colors on these. I also like the feel of them. Also, then I don't have to have a giant bin. I'll probably bring it out anyway, but we will see. The other stuff that I'm going to be using is the Papermate Flare, like the flare pens, just like this, because these do not, they don't bleed through. So if I use them, it's not the end of the world. I've got a few more pencil crayons handy this way with what I just changed up. So I'm going to be coloring this top row of planets here. Not gonna be getting to that guy today, but I'll probably do this as like a series like I did before, where it's going to be like a few different videos that I will be like coloring for, and then we'll have like a finished product. Maybe I'll finally revive my TikTok that I didn't really ever get started, but I'm just not. TikTok, I don't know. TikTok is not the kind of thing for me, I don't think. I'm discovering. So, I'm gonna get started with the top row. I think this group of planets is going to be really like probably gas giant-y kind of. Maybe there's gonna be one of them with some life, but I'm gonna start off with like a Jupiter kind of planet. I know this isn't on purpose, but my channel has been very planet-themed lately. Not for any particular reason, but they are almost always on my mind anyway. I'm just gonna test out a few of these browns on my test sheet. This one looks like it'll be good. This one should be decent as well. Then I wonder. Okay, so I'm gonna start with this kind of brownish pencil, and I'm just gonna do the background, like let's say the deeper color of this planet, or not the deeper color, the lighter color of this planet, which is gonna like be my gas giant for this row. Where was I? Oh, right, yeah. My channel has been very planet and space themed, I guess, not on purpose, but just kind of by accident. I'm almost always thinking about space in some way. I absolutely love like science and space, and which is interesting because like in school I never really had like an interest in the sciences or physics or anything like that. But it kind of developed later. Like, I'm definitely more of a humanities kind of person, but like this sort of passion for space and science and astrophysics and all that kind of stuff kind of it got started weirdly enough with a video game called Kerbal Space Program. It came out like way long ago, but it was in like an early, like they had a beta version out of it before they did their full release, and I played that religiously for a really long time. And then it's like a game where you design and you launch your own rockets, and that really kind of got like the ball rolling of getting me interested in science in that way. And the passion really has never died out. It's not something that I think I'll ever go into career-wise, but it's definitely a fun sort of, I guess, hobby kind of thing, just to kind of fill my time. Like, I'll buy a book or two about it and read, or like a magazine or two, just to kind of keep myself up to date. But I kind of like that kind of thing. So I'm gonna test a Papermate flare. This is one of the metallic ones. Let's see. Let's see, is that a bit too close? Yeah, it's a bit too close to that color. That's okay, that's okay, that's okay, that's okay. Let's see, maybe I'll try. How does this one look? This one's kind of like a brick tone. Oh, this one's perfect. Okay. But yeah, I'm generally interested in more humanities and literature and theater and drama and that kind of stuff. The arts are where I really shine, but who said an arts kid can't have an interest in science? I think science is one of those really important things that not enough people kind of appreciate about the way that we live our lives and how much we owe to science and all that. I think sometimes we take for granted what got us to this point where I can like comfortably whisper on a microphone to a bunch of people, and like how far we've progressed. Because when I was a kid, and like this is within my memory, I didn't have YouTube. I didn't have, like, social media wasn't even a thing yet. Facebook was like this weird thing that older kids had. That was kind of like the bad kids have Facebook, which is kind of funny now thinking about it. Now that Facebook is kind of like a dead in the water kind of thing. They've changed their like entire company name and focus, and now it's just a bunch of, well, you know how Facebook is nowadays. But yeah, so it's interesting coming from the perspective of somebody like me, when I was growing up, and like how people would talk about the year 2020 like it was the distant future, because it's like, well, even within the past 20 years, like in 2005, we had so many things change, and then people, like even my mom, she was so excited for things to get, like, to where would things go, how would music progress. She's a big music person, so she would always say, like, I wonder what kind of music we'll be listening to in the year 2020. And it's kind of interesting now that we're seeing like an early 2000s revival, which is now I'm on that side of things, where back when I was in high school, we were in the middle of a massive 80s revival. Everybody was talking about the 80s and like how it was like the greatest decade and all that kind of thing, and it's just interesting now to see my time period kind of experience a revival of sorts. I'm gonna do some of the stars in, I think, like a gold color. I think this one ends up turning gold-ish. Yes, I'll end up doing some of the stars in like the little bubble crayons, because like the pencil crayons versus the flare pens, like there's a lot of nice contrast there, where you don't get that with pure pencil crayon. I enjoy pencil crayons. It's just I don't like the scratchiness, which is just a texture thing for me. But I don't like how uniform it can sometimes look and how like washed out it can sometimes look. So I do like mixing up these few little color elements to make some things look a bit darker and brighter, and other things kind of fade into the background so that it kind of highlights some stuff. Let's see. There we go. Awesome. For this first planet, I'm going to do the atmosphere in just a beige. I'm going to do the atmosphere in just a beige, just to kind of give it that sort of ethereal glow. Kind of how like Earth has that sort of blue glow to it when you see its atmosphere. And I mean, our sky is blue, so there's a reason for that. And today is the 23rd. The 23rd of December. And I think I mentioned that I was feeling a little bit of stress about all of it, like the gifting, and specifically the dinner that we're going to be having, because I offered to cook some stuff because I have Vietnamese family and Vietnamese Chinese family, I should say. But I've kind of come to a really zen place where, like, it's the 23rd. I've got what I need. Excuse me, I just need to do it. So now I'm getting myself to the point where I'm more excited than anything. Because I've got, like, all my stuff pretty much done. And it's nice to kind of just sit back now and see what the season will bring, like what's gonna happen this year. Like whenever we go to my aunt's house for dinner on Christmas Day, like the night of Christmas Day, but whatever. Like we go to her house on Christmas Day, and it's always an event. There's always something going on. Generally, there's some crazy stuff that goes on. Just because there's so many people that pile into that house for Christmas. But like, I'm now at the point where I'm less stressed about like, okay, what do I need to bring? What do I need to do? And now I'm just like, let's just see what happens. Within the next 48 hours, I should just enjoy what's about to, like, everything that happens, because this is the one and only time that we're going to have Christmas in 2023, so I might as well cherish it. So, yeah, it'll be nice to just kind of go over there. Hopefully people like what I'm planning on making. I'm just planning on making like a nice, it's not a cornbread, but it's a bread. It's a bread that's a bit, like, that's leaning towards sort of cakey kind of territory. It's got 2 lemons worth of zest in it. It's got a little bit of lemon juice. It's got a cup of yogurt in it, and then a few other things. And I think it's dusted with icing sugar on the top, and like a twist of lemon rind on the top. And I think I'm really excited to try to make that, because it should be like a nice, it says in the cookbook, it says an appetizer, but I think I'm gonna do it like, it seems like something that could be served really well with ice cream, which fits the other thing that I'm going to make, because I make this espresso pudding almost every year. I think I might have skipped it last year, but I make this espresso pudding, which is so good, and I'm happy that I can actually like make it confidently now, because it's just So I think I'll just do like that loaf with just some regular vanilla ice cream, like the Chapman's frozen yogurt stuff, and then bring the espresso pudding, which hopefully everybody will enjoy. Just gonna do this little area darker purple. For the next planet over, I'm using some darker purples, mostly because purple is my favorite color. Like a lavender purple kind of colors are definitely my favorite colors. Unfortunately, I can't pull them off when I wear them. I have one shirt that has a little bit of purple on it that looks really good on me. But I try to surround myself with as much purple and as much lavender as possible because I just love the color. It's so pretty. Now that I'm doing this section in Papermate Flare pen, it'll kind of stand out from the rest. It's going to be a really monochromatic kind of planet, I'm thinking. There we go. But yeah, I'm also really excited because, so my aunt's sister, who is, I guess, like my aunt, but like she's my aunt by marriage, so like whatever her sister is to me, I think her sister is still an aunt to me, but she's also a really fantastic cook, and she's in charge of the appetizers this year, and my god, I cannot wait to see what she ends up making, because she always makes way too much, but I don't complain about that because then I can take some stuff home. We like have this communal cabinet of like Ziploc containers and Tupperware and stuff like that we just take to all of these different places in order to take home leftovers, and everybody has started doing it because we all know that we all cook like way too much most events, so we always end up coming home with leftovers, which is really nice. The other thing that I'm happy that I could do this year to cook, like to make some stuff like those desserts that I mentioned, is it's taking a little bit of the stress off my mom. Usually she's the one who cooks for us and like brings stuff. She's the one who is sort of our representative at the potluck, I guess you could call it. Except it's not really a potluck. We don't think of it as that, but my mom usually does it, but she was just like, I'm way too stressed, and I was like, well, I'm already making some stuff, so maybe if you would just grab some like groceries for the espresso pudding, I can make that as well. So I'm happy that I could help her out in that way too, because like I can relate to this time of year being very stressful for her now that I'm old enough. And like I've been old enough, but now that I'm like offering to participate a little bit more in some of the more hands-on aspects of what goes into Christmas, I'm like, oh my god, lady, how did you ever do this without like pulling all of your hair out? And the answer is it was very difficult not to pull all of her hair out, which I can understand now. But yeah, because usually I just show up and I have a great time, but now I have some responsibility for some stuff, which is nice though. I like that I can sort of take the mantle of some stuff for when Christmas rolls around. Okay, so there's my purple planet. There's my purple planet kind of done. The next one I'm probably gonna do like a blue and green planet, just like a classic Earth like planet. This is also a good opportunity for me to say that there has been like I sent in that video clip for Mellow Maddie's winter/holiday compilation subscribers try ASMR video, and my goodness, the fact that I am now talking to like so many more people is it's overwhelming in the best way possible. It's so cool that there are people out there who actually enjoy all this, and that I'm not just some fluke. Not that I thought I was, but it's nice to know that I am as appreciated as I am as appreciated as some of these people that I have been watching for years and years, and it's really encouraging. Like, it makes me want to continue and keep going with this, just because it's such a fun little hobby, and I'm actually like improving people's lives, which makes me so happy. In like even just the smallest little ways. Oh, this is a really nice green. This is a really nice green. It looks a bit olive. It looks a bit olive-ish on camera, but truly it's like a really emerald looking green. My hand always cramps up. I'm hoping that just the more pure coloring sounds will come through. I might end up cutting some of this out just in case the mic is not picking up everything that I wanted to pick up. But this mic is shockingly good at for that. And later today, my mom and I are going to the mall just to make sure that we have everything that we possibly need. Like, we always make sure to bring like a flower arrangement of some kind to people who are having us over for dinner for like Easter or Christmas or something like that. So we're just gonna go out and get something in that kind of way, and that's pretty much it for us. Tomorrow is the 24th. You're probably going to end up seeing this a bit after Christmas, but if you celebrate. But the 24th is just going to be like a really relaxing day. We always try to do some sort of like appetizer dinner, whether or not we order from someplace or we just get like some frozen stuff, and then we can try to like just have a nice relaxing night. And that night is always one of my favorites of the year, because it's just like, it's so much fun to just kind of be with the people you love and eat kind of not junk. We make sure to keep ourselves good, but it's not necessarily the healthiest stuff when you're thinking of like appetizer food, or like hors d'oeuvres, I guess is what you would call them. Some of the reds in this one are like indistinguishable from each other. Like, you can kind of see the differences. They show up better in person, but it's like I always need to check what my reds look like before I use them. This is an old card back. There, I'll probably end up using this one. Yeah, I'll definitely end up using that one. This other one is nice, but it's maybe not exactly what I'm going for. And then I won't use orange for this one, then I think. real, or maybe a few that look a bit more fantastical. Like, I know I've seen that there are greenish gas giants out there, and there's of course like gas giants like Neptune, which are all sort of a nice blue. So thinking about the other ones that I might want to do a bit later in the next few videos that I do this. Like I said, I'm just kind of giving some spotlight to those ambient coloring sounds, kind of like we're just hanging out here with each other. Oh, my hands. Okay. Maybe I'll use some of these sparkly flare orange. I went outside the lines just a little bit. There. Okay. Then we'll finish up and I'll show you. I'd love to end up doing a video that's exactly like this, but I give you the top-down view. I don't know how people end up doing those setups. It must just be like a phone stand or something like that. Like, I know IKEA has a light, like a ring light, but it also has like an adjustable phone stand on it. And that's probably what I'll end up getting, because it's my phone camera should be pretty alright for something like this. And then I can just wear the headphones and use like the Apple mic or something, because the Razer mic is USB. It's not USB-C. Well, my phone isn't USB-C either, now that I think about it. So that'll just be something that I have to kind of live with, kind of work with. But that's all right. Maybe I'll show you the finished product someday and see if I can't get, like I said, look at the Apple mic to dangle over the coloring sound, so you get a better listen to all of these sort of more scratchy coloring sounds. Because I know the markers that I was using, for the last few drawings were very scratchy and very loud, and those sounds showed up really, really well. So maybe something like that in the future, if I can find a way for it to not bleed through the page, is like a good idea. Okay, then there's this one, then there's this one. Need to make sure all of these are staying in order. I'm a big organization fanatic when it comes to stuff like this. There we go. Okay, there's my pencil crayons. So I'll show you the final product. I've got all of our lovely planets here. You've got a more like volcanic planet, like I was talking about. You've got something that looks a bit more like Earth over here, and a very magical looking planet, and just sort of a plain. Maybe that one's more of a desert than a gas giant, but I love it. And then, like I said, I did silver and gold little stars all around. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for watching. I'm so happy that there are so many more of you now. It is surreal, kind of surreal to see like my numbers going up so drastically. So, like I said, I thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. I hope that you had a great time watching this video. I hope it was relaxing to you. I hope it was relaxing to you. I hope it was relaxing to you, relaxing to you, relaxing to you, relaxing to you, relaxing to you. Just kind of cleaning up my space here. Cleaning up my space here. There we go. Looks a little bit prettier, a little bit prettier, a little bit prettier. So like I said, thank you so much for